Duval family, what is happening? Week 12 wrap up. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Houston Texans to take the lead of 2 games in the AFC South. We are 2 games ahead, and we have a pretty promising schedule ahead of us as opposed to what the Texans may have coming up, especially the next 2 weeks for us. I'll get into that towards the end of the video. For now, I wanted to give a little recap of the game that just happened last week and then talk a little bit about this upcoming Monday night's game at Everbank Stadium against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Jaguars are now 8-3. We just beat the Houston Texans. Trevor Lawrence had a very good game. He had about 365 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 89 yards. Kirk, 89 yards. Luke Farrell, 55 yards with a drop or 2 as well. He should have had more yards. Ingram, 50 yards. ETN, 40 yards receiving. ETN, 50 yards rushing. Our offense was there. Our offense was there, and it needed to be with the highly powered offense that the Texans have. I can't believe I'm saying that so soon because everyone and their mama thought that C.J. Stroud, it may take some time for that team to mesh or to just develop. And you wouldn't expect what he's doing to come out of a rookie, clearly, just as clear as that. He's doing very well. And he is definitely going to be a thorn in our side for years to come. Him and Trevor, that's going to be a great matchup for years to come. We're going to see them twice a year, of course, at the least. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. C.J. Stroud is no joke. He proved that once again this game. He did great. He did really well. Every week he's doing well. And his receivers are blowing up as well, whether it's Tank Dell, Nico Collins. I mean, they have a few weapons over there. So they're doing something right in Houston, but it's not going to be this year. That's the best part, because as long as the Jaguars take advantage of these very winnable games coming up against backup quarterbacks and possibly a Joe Flacco who is traveling over to Cleveland as we speak, we should be okay. We have to win these next few games for sure. That's absolute. So week 13, Monday Night Football. The Jaguars haven't played on Monday night for God knows how long. Travis Etienne, I just got the update today. It is Thursday, November 30th, that he is limited at practice. His ribs are messed up. His cartilage is a little damaged or bruised, whatever you want to call it. But I don't see that as much of a concern going into the Monday night game. I think he'll be just fine. Why not rest your players if they need this extra rest now, especially when you have that extra day of rest that all of these other players don't have that play on Sunday. So definitely take your time on the rest and recovery this week, and I think he'll be just fine. Tyson Campbell is questionable. If we get him back, that would be great, although Monterey Brown has been doing incredible as a fill-in at his position, so I'm not too worried there. Josh Allen just continues to beast. Just continues to eat, okay? 12 sacks now on the season. He had 2.5 sacks this past week against Houston. He just always seems to come up when we need him most. And I remember saying last year in the videos that I made that he is one step away. He had so many pressures last year, Josh Allen, and he didn't get a lot of credit for it because pressures don't necessarily equate to sacks, obviously, or stoppages, right? But he had so many pressures where he was so close to getting to the quarterback. And I'm so happy for this man because I finally feel like he's adapted and adjusted to where now he is a sack monster. The guy's had 12 sacks this year, and we're going into week 13. I love seeing that for that man out of Kentucky. I hope he gets a fat contract from us in the offseason. I truly think he deserves it. Stand-up guy, and I'm sure a pleasure to have as a teammate. I can only imagine how great he is as a teammate. I can see him taking the leadership role with Trayvon Walker and the defense as a whole, honestly. Him and Foyesade, anywhere the ball is, he's going to be. He had 11 total tackles on the game this past week as well. But our defense is looking well, and I think that with somebody like Jake Browning, we shouldn't have much of an issue. Yes, they have receivers who are threats. They do. But if we can get to Jake Browning, if we can pressure him and have him make mistakes, I don't see us having a problem under the lights Monday night. I am so excited that we have a primetime game, and it's not a Thursday night, BS game. I want a real primetime game. That's talking Sunday night football when Carrie Underwood is going crazy, or Monday night football with whoever's singing that one. I forgot. I'm excited for this game. I really am. If we can contain those receivers and put pressure on Jake Browning, we should be fine. Mixon does nothing to me, to be honest, does nothing for me. I'm not concerned. Watch him have 200 yards now, but he does nothing that I could think of. And I hope that we continue to chip away on offense for us, right? We have to continue to progress and execute on offense. That's the most important, especially on third down. I was looking at the numbers. The Jaguars are around 38% on third down conversions. And for example, someone like the Chiefs, I believe, are like 47%, on third down conversions. So we're going to have to get those numbers up. The times where we need to convert most are on third downs or in crucial situations, and we're going to have to execute more. But I think we are trending in the right direction for sure. Zay Jones, I think, will definitely be a big factor in this game. The past 2 weeks, he hasn't been much, he's had a few catches, but he hasn't been as big as a Christian Kirk or a Ridley. I think this is the week that he does take that front seat again, but I could be wrong. I want any of these guys to succeed and eat as long as we're making smart plays. Trevor's getting his reads down correctly, and, we're driving the ball downfield. We're scoring points. I want to score more touchdowns, as I'm sure every Jaguar fan wants. I'm sure every Jaguar player in the locker room wants, right? The thing that I love to see is that the Bengals' opponents' yards per play, they are dead last. So they're giving up most yards per play against opponents. That makes me feel good about our offense and how well we execute and drive the ball down the field. Hopefully we continue on that track and get even better this week against literally the worst team in the league against yards per play. So we'll get better at that the more we continue to have these experiences and develop this camaraderie throughout both sides of the ball, including special teams. These next few weeks are so important with the Bengals, and then we have the Browns, right? So we're in pretty good shape right now, if you ask me. If you ask me, we are in pretty good shape. I think that as of right now, we can only get in our own way. And yes, the Jaguars have done that many times before, but throughout me watching them throughout the past few years, I've only noticed that we are truly trending upwards. I really see that in all facets of the game, offense, defense, special teams. We are becoming more sound and more unified. When one piece of the ball is struggling, the other side kind of picks them up. And I hope that we just continue to develop this chemistry and build on that, because that's how dynasties are created. That's how you hoist the Lombardi Trophy. So I'm looking forward to these next few weeks, but it starts Monday Night Football. Let's hope ETN is fine. I'm sure he will be. And I'm excited to see what we do against the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see if I covered everything. I didn't even look down once. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. I'll give myself a little. That's going to be it for the video today, y'all. I wish you all the very best. I hope you had a very happy and wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great holiday coming up, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything you may celebrate. Enjoy to the best of your ability. I'm wishing you the best. Till next time.